Breaking news in the NBA, we have our first COVID postponements of the season, and it involves the Chicago Bulls' 2 weekday games this week. 10 players in COVID health and safety protocol, and 2 games postponed by the NBA. That would be Thursday at home against the Pistons. Tuesday at home against the Pistons. Thursday at Toronto. The Bulls could be able to play Sunday, which is still 6 days away, Sunday at home against the Lakers. These are the Bulls players that are right now in health and safety protocol. They have just 8 players eligible to play, and that is the absolute minimum right now. But the NBA has come in and said, look, we want to just kind of shut this thing down right now, stop the spread, and get this thing under control before they lose control of it. So let's bring in former NBA Coach of the Year, Avery Johnson. Unprecedented circumstances. Of course, we saw this last season, but to be dealing with it this year in, what are we in now? The second, almost the third month of the NBA season, and you've got the Chicago Bulls with 10 players in COVID protocol. What do you think of the decision by the NBA to come in and just say, okay, let's step aside at least for a few days?
They're smart by the NBA, Chris, because even though they have the 8 players, which still is a threshold for them to be able to participate, trying to stop the spread is critically important. And if they don't get this under control, then we're talking about, postponing 4 games and then, 5 games. So this was a smart decision. Try to get some of their guys back where they can start, testing negatively over the next couple of days and try to get more of their players back, get this under control, because we know this can spread like wildfire. And it's not just the players, it's other personnel within their organization. And so give the NBA credit. And this is a situation where the Bulls really haven't been playing good basketball. They've only scored 92 points in each of their last 2 games. They haven't had that same type of pop and energy, especially since DeMar DeRozan went into the safety protocols. So in a weird way, this probably is coming at a good time for them to try to get their guys back healthy, get everybody, out of the safety protocols and get back to their winning ways.
Yeah, they've been blown out by 20 plus in each of their last 2 games in Cleveland and in Miami. They were supposed to host the Pistons tomorrow. That game has been postponed. They were supposed to go to Toronto on Thursday. That game has been postponed as well. Avery, as a coach, put yourself in the shoes of a coach right now on that Bulls staff. What would you do? What can you do at this point in time?
Well, I think the main thing is you want to make sure you encourage the players to follow all of the protocols, make sure they're taking care of themselves, and really also watch who's in your inner circle. And because that's very important. It's not always when you're around teammates, it's family and friends, because we know this virus can spread pretty easily if others are not taking care of themselves. So you don't want to miss, you don't want any game cancellations, but the NBA has enough wiggle room now where they can make adjustments in the schedule, because we've only played about a third of the games. But if I'm the coach, I'm telling the players, take care of yourselves, watch who's in your inner circle, and then you're also meeting, whether even if it's over some sort of internet capability, you're meeting with your coaching staff, you're watching film, you're looking at where the breakdowns are coming, especially in these last 2 games where they've gotten blown out. Figure out how to recalibrate when they're back at practice, figure out the areas that you want to work on so that you can hit the reset button and get back to playing really good basketball. So I know the coaching staff telling the players, be careful, take care of yourself, watch who's in your inner circle, and then as a staff, you're always working around the clock trying to figure out how you can get better when the team is back together playing games.
With the Tuesday and Thursday games postponed, the Bulls could return to the court not earlier than Sunday against the LA Lakers, a Sunday afternoon game in the NBA. Avery Johnson with us here on this breaking news out of Chicago. The NBA postponing the Bulls' next 2 games against the Pistons and in Toronto, sitting in the 3rd spot in the East right now at 17-10. But a COVID outbreak, a 10th player entering health and safety protocol today, along with coaches and other team members as well, staff and the like. Bulls will not play during the week, eligible to return Sunday if this COVID situation cools down a little bit.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.